So listen, fear cannot be your final answer. Let me tell you once again, fear cannot be your final answer. While you are trying to get to this next level, while you are trying to break through and do something that you've never done so you can get someplace that you've never been, which is a place called freedom in your finances, you cannot accept fear as your final answer. Now, a lot of you are going out there talking to your tax preparers, talking to people saying you want to hire your kids in your home-based business, and they're telling you all kind of answers that are incorrect. Those answers are called fear. Now, last week I talked about the 5 F's that'll keep you broke. I talked about feelings because money is not emotional. I talked about family because sometimes family will keep you guilty and doing things that you shouldn't do. And then friends, you're running around at the club doing all kind of stuff. Yeah, they're your friends from kindergarten, but guess what? You need some new friends if you want to get to a new level. You don't have to discard them, but you got to figure out what you're doing with your energy. Then we talked about food because people are eating up half their check. You're eating too much food and you're getting fat and your pockets are not getting fat. And then I talked about fun. If you're having fun and you're broke, it's something wrong. But there's another F, and it's the biggest F. It's called fear. And fear cannot be your final answer. So I am telling you that you can hire your kids to work in your home-based business. You can pay each child up to $12,400 a year. That money that you pay them, it's a tax write-off to you if you are working, have a home-based business. You have to have a home-based business. You have to have the intent to make a profit. You have to run your business like a business, not a hobby. Okay. And then you have to work in your business at least 3 to 4 days per week, at least 45 minutes per session. That is what legally and according to the IRS, that's what a home-based business is. So when you go out there and people tell you you don't qualify, you say fear is not the final answer. When you go out there and people tell you, well, that's too risky, you say fear is not the final answer. When you go out there and people don't even have an answer, they just tell you no, you tell them fear is not the final answer and you show them the facts. This is IRS Publication 15. IRS Publication 15. This is the 2020 version. Here it is, everybody. This is it. And on page 13, look at what it says. On page 13, it says you can hire your children. That money is tax-free money to them. The first $12,400 of a child working in the home-based business of a parent is tax-free to them, and it's a tax write-off to you. So now the money that you are spending on tuition, on ballet, on football, on whatever it is, tuition, whatever it is, now that money that was no longer a tax write-off is now a tax write-off to you. Doesn't matter how many dependents you have. You don't have to qualify. You don't have to have a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow and jump over the cow, over the moon. There are no qualifications. Doesn't matter what your age is. It doesn't matter what your color is. Doesn't matter what your gender is. None of that matters. There are no additional qualifications. Are you breathing? Are you alive? If the answer is yes, and you have a home-based business and you run that business like a business, not a hobby, and you actually hire your children, you hire them, you give them a job description with duties, and you pay them. Yes, you pay them. And guess what? It's going to make them stronger. It's going to make them more financially stable. It's going to give them a whole nother presence in this world. Let me tell you something. Jim Crow went out in the 70s and the 80s. It is gone. Do not let our ancestors, and I'm talking about all of our ancestors, those who survived slavery, those who survived Holocaust, we've had our Hispanic brothers and sisters being separated from their children. Don't survive all of that. And then let people that tell you fear is the final answer, because it's not. I want you to get to the next level. And guess what? There are over 475 tax deductions. Just because you don't have any dependents, that's only one tax deduction. There are many deductions that you can have access to if you are running your home-based business like a business and you are willing to do the work. Now, yes, getting your money straight is hard work, but so is being broke. So which hard work are you going to do? Are you going to work hard robbing Peter to pay Paul after that tax refund is gone? Are you going to work hard trying to figure out, pull your hair out, trying to figure out how you're going to get to the next level, how you're going to pay your bills, how you're going to ward off the creditors, how you're going to do that? No, don't do that hard work. Do the hard work getting a financial education. Fear is not the final answer.